Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. He'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Hayward. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pulls it in. It's Knox. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Now the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Hayward. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Lost to throw again. Here comes the heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
This offense has it with really good field position. Back to throw, it's Lacy. Fires to the big fella. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Grab near the marker. It's Harrington. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Walker. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, running back gets to give. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. They'll try to sneak it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The handoff to Johnson. And he'll take it in for a touchdown.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a relatively short drive covering 39 yards. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. He'll try the left side. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Nose tackles in those 3-4 defense are usually space eaters that just make sure guys don't get to linebackers. This guy said, no, sir. I'm a nose tackle with some pass rush ability. Gets to the quarterback. How about the sack from the big nose tackle?
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. They'll run it from the gun. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. They boot it away. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Quarterback on the keeper. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Firing to the right, complete. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down. Using the quick game. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Off play action. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, my, he just shanked that one. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Under fire. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. From the gun, the give, looking for room. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. A strike downfield. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. First down for this offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. Creates a little space.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it, but, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have...
There he goes! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He's looking to pass. Got his man on the right. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. The grab and go as he takes it in for the touchdown.
Touchdown. Number 14 with the catch in the end zone.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Lacy. Finds his tight end.
I'll tell you, when you got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Snagged in the middle. It's Poole. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Boyd. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And it's no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got his man downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. First down, 10 yards to go.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Rides the back on the option, the give. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking for space, it's Scott. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. Here comes the field goal unit. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. And it slips just inside that right upright. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Back to pass, it's Lacy. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The give out of the gun. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. They'll try to power their way ahead. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. The analytics nerds say the goal was at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Give to the running back. Spins away from the defender.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
If they don't pick up this 3rd down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. And now they've moved into the red zone. Off play action on 1st down. Got his man quickly. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Gets it out quickly. Into their happy place for a touchdown. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They put together an 81-yard drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. Under fire. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's call.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. That's reeled in. It's Hayward. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down.
And that's a first down for the offense.
He's got it on the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Offense gets set for second down.
Brings up second down.
Sends it back in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago, now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Hold it, finds his man on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They're dealing with a second and long. To throw, it's Lacy. Going for it all. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Leaves it with the running back. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Fires into traffic, picked off. Looking for more room. And he will house it. Effective offense has led the way, but a most effective defensive play there.
No doubt. Putting separation now. This game's starting to get out of hand. Defense making plays like this. Offense continuing to score points. Hey, defense wins championships and apparently scores points.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Caught behind the line. It's Scott. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Scott. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Now facing third and short from their own 17. From the gun. Wants to pass. Here's the pressure. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
If your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
And here comes the punt team. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. The short hands, it's Walker. Got room at the 35. Oh, he's got some space. Into the end zone for a touchdown. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Boston College is on top, but it's not like Matt Ryan or Doug Flutie are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 7 over Clemson.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Blasted as he lets it go.
It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Quickly out to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Surging forward on the sneak. No need to get too cute there or overly creative. Just push the ball forward and get the first down.
I completely agree. I hate when people get creative. Just easy money, downhill, run the QB, get the first down.
Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Makes the grab down the left side. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Motion from the wideout. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Back to pass on second down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Hit as he throws. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Sometimes in life, there's only one thing to do. Punt. And they should punt. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Hold and fire complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. So now it's 2nd and long. The short hands, it's Harrington. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Got a man, it's Boyd. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Grabbed over the middle, it's Boyd. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the 1st half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. And they've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Lacy. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the 1st half.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. He's got his man across the middle. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a 1st down in the waning seconds of the half. They go to the ground. Breaks the tackle. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. They're working that left side. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Near the 48-yard line. And 1st down for the offense.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Looking for a man. It's Lacy. Just a short pass to the tight end. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
They'll immediately call timeout. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Poole. He's down at the 25-yard line, waiting moments of the first half. It is a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Western New York. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside picturesque UB Stadium.
Just about set to get this second half underway.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. They'll go back to work on offense, trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. He'll do it himself. And some room to work. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Got his man on the right. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down at the 49. To the ground with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Lacy. It's on target and complete. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at 34. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. Looking downfield on first down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Runs through a tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's in for a touchdown. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scaffold, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Boston College will need to mount a comeback, but these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Clemson. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Out of the gun, the running back has it. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. On third down, he drops to throw. Unloads to the wideout. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. They bring the punter onto the field now. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Walker. Working well behind the sticks on second down.
On the play. Brings up second down.
Here's the handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Brings up.
Now facing a third and long. Back to pass. It's Lacy. He lofts one down the sideline. Grabs it inside the 15. And he's in for the score. Touchdown.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. The defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. Quick strike offense on that replay scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. They'll run it from the gun. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab on the left. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. That last completion sets him up on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Got him downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Got his man on the outside. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Behind the chains now on second and long. Off the play fake. Lofts one deep down the right side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Wants to throw it. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Punt is in the air. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Dropping back, it's Lacy. Caught in the backfield, it's Poole. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Give to the single back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Let's see what they do on third down.
Third down coming up.
Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. The screen, and watch out. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that. The offense has it 1st and 10 from their own 20. That's caught. It's Walker. Scoops it up. Still a live ball.
Great job.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They'll run play action. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They want to throw it. Pocket breaking down. Safe completion on the screen. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Special teams heading out after the 3rd down completion's not quite special enough to move the chains. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws for the tight end. It's caught downfield. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
On the play. 1st down for the offense.
Gives it on the option. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Knox. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down.
At the 23-yard line. 2nd down coming up.
The play action fake. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 13.
Good enough for a 1st down.
They'll run it. It's Voorhees. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Bring in the heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
I think the thing that's so impressive about this defense, it's not just the athleticism and the ability to get to the quarterback, it's the variety in the ways they can do it. Sometimes it's a 4-man rush, sometimes it's a 3-man rush, sometimes it's all-out blitz. But with the speed they have, especially in that front 7, it has been a nightmare for this offense. They've given up sack after sack after sack in this game.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires downfield. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. They'll send out the kicker here. Just drives in between the uprights. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Off the play fake on 1st down, the throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. It'll be third and long. To the air, it's Lacy. Dumps it off in the flats. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Well, if you're going to be checked down, Charlie, you get the completion percentage up, but you don't get the first down, and the punt unit comes on the field. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll run it from the gun. Spins away from the defense. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Back to pass. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
The kick is on its way. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Turning it on! He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Swings it out to the flat. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
To the air, it's Lacy. Oh, he wants it all. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. He'll do it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They bring him down. He's got a 1st down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. He'll ride his man on the option. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
fields and fires complete to the right. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Second down coming up.
To the air on second down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Daly. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Never a doubt. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll run this play from the pistol. On the move. Makes a man miss. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Might as well give it to him again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Third down, and they need 15 after 2 negative plays. Caught in the backfield, it's Walker. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. And now this offense will take the field again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete to the right. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
First down for the offense.
Trying play action. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Makes the grab. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. Trying to pick up a first down. Motion from the back. Just keeps slinging it. Rushes on him. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Pressure coming. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Off the play fake on first down. Finds his back in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Open space at the 25. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Lacy. Gets it out fast. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Lets it fly. And it's caught on a touchdown. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Boston College will need to mount a comeback, but these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Clemson.
And he puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. It's caught. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. Line is set on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. So they couldn't get it done on 3rd down. Now they'll line up in punt formation. Bulldozes his way through. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Got a man. It's Walker. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. He'll pull it on the read. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Got it in the middle. It's Walker. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. On 1st down from the 13-yard line. Gets rid of it. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Now the play fake. Catch in the middle. It's Walker. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
Well, we've seen this a couple times on this drive now, but having a lot of success with the quarterback sneak, and there's something going on up front right now, whether it's just the offensive line getting a better push or he's...
Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacked on the extra point. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Leaves it with the back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Complete to the left. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
They're going to run it.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
The name of the game is protecting your quarterback. He can't have success or complete passes on his back. Let's get the quick passing game going, maybe hand the football off. But whatever we're doing, let's go the opposite direction.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on 3rd down. This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Slips, slithers, and jukes his way out to the 26. 9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. They'll try the run. Oh, he's got some space. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Good enough for
Quarterback on the keeper. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. With the clock running, this should be the final play. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.